coming into the room. Hi, everybody. I see that a lot of you are coming into the room right now. Wonderful. I'm David Woodward with Relais Chateaux, and delighted that you could all join us today. Hello, everyone. For those of you who just came into the room, I'm David Woodward with Relais Chateaux. Delighted that you're here today for one of our webinars. I know a lot of you have attended a lot of our webinars over the last couple months. So today we're going to do one in South America. As you probably are aware, Relais Chateaux has a lot of great hotels and restaurants in South America. This webinar is based on one of our route de bonheur. It's called Argentina and Chile along the Andes Mountains. And I'm going to do a brief introduction, and then I'm going to turn it over to our hotels. So I know a lot of you have been on a lot of our presentations, but I do have to give the quick 2-minute Relais Chateaux background. So as you know, we are an association. We're 564 hotels and restaurants around the world. And one of the things that really sets us apart is we have 367 Michelin stars between our hotels and standalone restaurants. For those of you who send your clients to Relais Chateaux, you know the main reason that you probably send them is that Relais Chateaux is all about the local, and we're all about protecting and promoting diversity in hospitality and in world cuisine. So our hotels all reflect the areas that they are in. Have to mention, obviously, relaischateaux.com and our apps for iPhone and iPad. These are probably the best resources for learning about any of our hotels around the world. We do have a travel agency portal, and you can register for this portal with your email address and your IATA number. Registering on the portal gives you access to information that is only available to travel agents, including commission amounts. If you belong to specific consortia and groups, your rates show up on the portal. And also would like to mention that obviously we also have reservation services in the United States and Canada, our toll-free number that can help you putting together any of our itineraries. You can also email them through rcusa@relaischateaux.com, and remember to look for our GDSWB. Quickly going to the website, there is one thing I want to point out that we have done with the current global situation. We've changed our mapping on our website. So if you click on our mapping, you can see which properties are currently open and which ones are temporarily closed. This is a shot of the area of the northeastern US where actually the majority of our hotels have already reopened. A little bit about Relais Chateaux. We started in 1954 in France, and we were originally a group of 8 French properties that were spread from Paris down to the French Riviera, and they branded themselves together as La Route de Bonheur, which is the road to happiness. And we are still promoting itinerary travel to this day, and we have 140 itineraries that are available to look at on our website. All over the world. And these itineraries are really meant as examples of itineraries. You can use these specific itineraries, or you can contact Relais Chateaux and we can help you put a customized itinerary together for your clients. These are 2 of our North American itineraries, one that goes through Northern California, another one up through New England. One new feature of our website is you can actually download the itineraries as a PDF, and you can send them to your clients. Soon, we are going to have an update that you'll be able to put your own agency logo on these, but that update has not yet been completed. So here we are. We're at a Ruta Bonaire, and this one is on our website. It is called Argentina and Chile along the Andes Mountains. It begins down in Patagonia, Chilean Patagonia, and that is where we are actually going to start. Oh, someone's asking if I can repost a slide with the contact info. I'm going to actually send you all these slides, so you will have all the information at the end. So we're going to start first with Awasi, Patagonia, and Cecile, you can take it.
Hi, great. Hi all. Okay, let's start sharing. Well, hi all, my name is Cecile, and we'll be talking first of all about Awasi, Patagonia. So to begin with, well, Awasi is a collection of 3 small hotels in iconic destinations. I'll tell you a little bit about the concept of Awasi, and then we'll dig in straight to the property. The main thing is that when Awasi started off, we thought, well, what are we going to do? What are we going to offer? And traveling, and as part of Relais Chateaux, for us is to discover the culture and the nature of the location. And from there on, it's, well, what are we going to offer? So we offer lodging, gastronomy, and outings. We want to make sure that you experience the location throughout these 3 points, and that we can offer our point of view and our experience. So we have all our activities are full board with activities. And then the next important thing that we decided is, well, what are we going to offer? We want to offer something which is high-end and high-end luxury. And one of the definitions of luxury is something that is scarce. And for us, something that is very scarce nowadays is time. It's time to enjoy, time to be able to do what you want when you want to do it. So to be able to get this concept going, we decided 2 things. One is to have a small property. So we have 14 villas in Patagonia. And the most important thing is that per villa, so you've got 14 private villas, each private villa has 1 guide and 1 4x4 at disposal. So this person is a very trained guide who spends over 2 months training before they join our team, and they will be your host and your guide for the duration of your stay. So this allows us to be very flexible, and we arrange all the itineraries according to each person that comes. So this makes us very flexible, very private, and also comfortable. Having a 4x4, you will see now a little bit about the scenery, and we can get into detail, is that with a 4x4, we can get to really off the beaten path places. So to begin with, Awasi, Patagonia is in Torres del Paine. So this is very much in the south. You fly down to Puerto Natales, is the ideal airport. And from there, our guide will be waiting for you for your transfer in private to the lodge. And we'll start by telling you a little bit about the hotel. So the hotel was inspired in the Gaucho outposts, so the refuges where the farm people, the estancias, used to look for shelter while also taking care of the cattle. It's a way for you to already get immersed in the place and the culture and the history of it. So we've got these little matchboxes, we like to say. So we've got the main lodge here and the villas, which are hidden between the nature and native forest, which is a lovely refuge, not only for us from the wind, but also for nature itself. So we've had hidden cameras that show you the pumas and other little fellows are wandering around. The focus for us is, as I'm repeating myself, is nature. The villas and the main lodge is very simple and big windows. The idea is for you to connect with this place. So always looking for comfortable areas with lots of different living rooms. This is our main lodge. So that was your dining room before there. And then we got our living room with a lot of local elements. And then we have the villas, which have a living room, the bed, and the bathroom, all overlooking at the park. We are in a private reserve, which is right next to the park. So you can see the Torres del Paine, but you can also, we have this immense now, we've increased our private reserve, which allows us to have a lot of virgin and touch nature. Bathrooms This is one of the other important things. All our Wasi bathrooms will always be big, with a big bathtub. I mean, you could have been hiking all day and you want a long, relaxed bath, or you would rather stay in your villa and enjoy the view. The good thing of having your private guide is that we can manage the times that we go out for excursions. And you will see here we have a door, and this door is another way to connect you afterwards with the outside. So here's an overview of the room. And here is our outside connection for those who want to take an extra relax at the end of their day. Patagonia has very long days, so you can go out hiking for about 8 hours, go back, have a delicious dinner, and then after that, see the sunset as the sun will go down at around 10 p.m. So that allows us to be able to really enjoy every single thing to do. So we have 14 villas, 13 villas are doubles, and we have one master villa. The master villa has 2 rooms and they share one living room and 1 bathtub. This is ideal for families or friends that come over and they want to sort of share the experience. Each villa has a 4x4 for them, and the master villas will go out with 2 or 1, depending on how they want to work it out. Well, this is a little bit how it goes. Food. So Relais Chateaux, food is very important for us, and we want you to experience the location through the food. Food says a lot about the culture and the place. It's also a good way to enjoy part of your time with wherever you decide to travel. Local flavors. We have a Q&A already. Sorry. We really want you to be able to enjoy the food here, always with high technical aspects. And then the other thing is they're saying that we want you to be able to enjoy the full experience. No, it's not only the lodging, it's not only the food at the restaurant, but it's also your experiences outside. So for this, when you go out on a full day excursion, we like your lunch to be a proper lunch. So you'll have a proper setup table. The guides, they're trained in everything, flora, fauna, history, and they're also trained on cooking. So we have portable kitchens that we take, and you'll have a proper warm meal, delicious sort of local tomato soup with spices, and be able to enjoy the view. Or if you actually just are a big hiker and want to go out, we'll do a quick lunch. But the idea is for you not to have a sandwich on a stone, but to be able to sort of take a moment and enjoy these mesmerizing views. So activities we have in our programs, I mentioned that we have all our activities included. So we have a big manual of excursions for full day and half days. And what we usually suggest is for you to tell your guests and your clients not to sort of you can have ideas of what to do, but not have a very set mind. Patagonia has a climate that changes a lot. We always say it's sort of like Scotland. You can have 4 seasons in one day. So we like to, when the guests arrive, they will sit down with their guide and they will see what they want to do and what we can offer. And then basis of that, we arrange the itinerary there. So the best thing is for us to know all their expectations, if they're hikers, if they're bird watchers, if they have any sort of little thing that they're eager on learning, and on basis of that, we will tailor the itineraries accordingly. So everything is tailor-made. Nothing has to be pre-booked. Everything gets done on the spot. So that's one of the most important things. So I see we do have a Q&A. The floor. Are they actually European style? Can they be separate beds or ones? All rooms can be matrimonial or twin, and then all meals are included. So the full board has not only all the meals, but all the drinks, and is there a minimum stays? Patagonia has a minimum stay nights. We'll send you, David will probably send you all our contacts where we can send you all our rates. Suggest we are far, far south. So this is the end of the world. After us is Antarctica. So at least 3 nights, 3 full days is ideal as a minimum. We have huge amount of things to do. If you want to go and spend 6, 7 days, there's plenty to do too. So is there any other questions? No.
Just in chat, there's also a question about being open year round, but you are not, you are seasonal.
No, exactly. Thank you, David. Very important. We are open from October to April. I was going to just mention that when I talk now about our foundation. So we are open from October to April, and in winter in the hotel we have guides which are experts in pumas, because now part of the Awasi Reserve is our foundation where we take care of monitoring the local ecosystem, and our main focus is the pumas, which is one of the biggest highlights. So we do have a team all year round there, but the hotel is only for summer.
Great, thank you.
I think I'm on time there, no? We could open.
I think you did. There is a question about when's the best time to go. Well,
usually my favorite time is autumn. The colors are absolutely beautiful. That would be as from March, sort of the end of the season. But then in regards to weather, January and February are fabulous times. It's sort of the peak of the summer. So those 2 points. And then October, November is spring. And I always find spring is beautiful because all the birds and sort of all the animals are sort of at their most. So a perfect time is actually depending more on the interest of the person. The safest in weather is January, February.
Great. We also have a question about whether your availability over festive season. I know you don't have that exact information.
I don't have that
now, but
yes,
you can send me. We can check specific dates for minimum nights stays over festive season.
Exactly.
And oh, the question is, what does Awasi mean?
Awasi means home. Thank
Home.
you. It's a great question. Yes.
Okay, great. Well, we're going to move on. We're going to go a little further north, near Pucón. So still in Chile. So Wendy's going to show us all about and beyond Vera Vera, which is another lovely property. Wendy, you can go.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Thank you for being on the call. We are at and beyond. We're thrilled to be part of Relais Chateaux with our property in Pucón, Chile. You may know us for our property ownership in Africa and potentially in the Indian subcontinent as well. But this is our first lodge in Chile. We took this over about almost 2 years ago, Vera Vera, and in the Pucón area, it's about an hour and 15 minutes from Santiago south to Temuco is the airport for this lodge. There is service also from southern Patagonia if you're taking the Relais Chateaux itinerary. That during high season, it will land in Temuco, so that is the good news. This property is 6 suites, 12 villas, and a 5-bedroom hacienda on 50 acres of land in the shadow of Villarrica, a snow-capped volcano in the distance there on the right. So this is an aerial view of the property. And here you can see a map of Pucón. It's in the lake region again, and there's Temuco, the main airport for the property. And it's about an hour-and-a-half drive from Temuco to the lodge itself. It is an all-inclusive adventure lodge, made very much in the style of a Swiss chalet. It was originally built by the original owners were Swiss. So it has some local color as well, but it has sort of that beautiful wooden Swiss feel. So this is one of the suites. As I said, we have 6 suites. They're all in the upper level of the main house where the restaurant and bar are, overlooking a lake, and then 12 villas. And the villas all are right on the river. They're all connected sort of in a row right on the river with a balcony. And then our hacienda, this is a 5-bedroom with each one of the 5 bedrooms is en suite, has its own private bathroom. And you can also, I don't know if this matters because it could be a group of friends or family, but you can lock your own room in the hacienda. We would only sell this as a buyout, of course, the hacienda. We have an award-winning Michelin star rated chef and fantastic cuisine here as well. I would also suggest a 3-night stay. And another thing about the location of Vera Vera, if you have clients that are interested in pairing this with, say, Argentina, this property is only about an hour to the border, one of the border crossings from Chile into Argentina. So really quite a good location for activities as well. I mentioned we have wonderful food. We do have a farm on the property with sheep and goats, and we have a cheese factory as well. So that's one of the activities that we offer to the guests, to be able to tour the cheese factory that for the cheese that we make. So it's wonderful for a wine and cheese party. And of course, we have guides are assigned to each of the guests coming. And again, once you're there, you are choosing the activities that you would like to do. We have a very long list of different types of hiking and water activities as well, like fishing, rafting, canoeing, kayaking, and of course, horseback riding is available as well. We are open year round when I see the snow in the distance. Not this year, just because of COVID. We didn't stay open during the high season. But normally we do close in part of April and May, and then open June, July, and August for the ski season. We did have a very good ski season last year. Horseback riding, fantastic horse riding experiences through the scenic area. And we also have a great relationship with a local native tribe called the Mapuche people. And they were helping us with the grand opening of the lodge 2 years ago. The gentleman with the and beyond vest in the middle is our GM, Gregory. But that is also something that guests can experience, is the local people as well. We do have our own off-road bikes, so you can bike the area. You can also trail bike, mountain biking. And then I mentioned staying open in the summer months, which is the Chilean winter. So we have cross-country skiing, downhill skiing, heli skiing. We do have a helicopter that we have available to us year-round. We use it more during high season, but we can offer heli hiking and heli biking as an all-inclusive property. The only thing we would charge additionally for would be a helicopter experience. There's even dog sledding. Horseback riding is available during the summer season as well. So there is the view of the river and we love to move meals around to different parts of the property. There are hot tubs on the river as well. So it really is a very idyllic, beautiful location for us in Chile. So, oh.
I'm sorry, I was not unmuted. So we have a question. The activities, you mentioned that the helicopter obviously is an additional, but all the other activities with guides are included in the rate?
Yes, everything is fully inclusive with the exception of the helicopter experiences. We can do helicopter transfers from the airport to closer to the lodge to Pucón. There's a landing strip there. And I think one winter sport, we have dog sledding, and they charge extra for that as well. That's not our own operation. But everything else is included, yes. All the meals, drinks, open bar, the cheese factory. Yeah, it's a fabulous place.
And is there a minimum age?
Minimum age? No, we have thank you for asking that. We have a children's activities program called Wild Child. We have that at all of our lodges. That's a signature name for for and Beyond's children's program activities. We don't have a minimum age. We will take kids of all ages, and basically once we know the age of the children, then we sort of make the list of activities that we suggest for them by age.
When you say everything's included, but that does not include gratuities, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so gratuities not included. Is the ski gear provided?
Yes.
Okay. And they're asking if you're ski in and ski out.
No, you have to, we take you to, there's 2 ski fields that are within about 45 minutes from the lodge. So just depending on the conditions, both of them were very good. When I was there in September, they had last year they had a huge snowfall. We don't generally get snow at the lodge itself. So you do, so it looks like this even in the winter. You have to drive about 45 minutes to either of the two ski fields.
Okay. And guided fly fishing, that's an included activity?
Yes.
Okay, great. I think we're good. Oh, someone just asked, what's the name of your kids' camp again? The activity, the child?
It's called Wild Child. That's the
Wild
name
Child.
of the activities program. And it's on our website. We talk a little bit about what we do for kids there.
Okay, great. Thank you, Wendy.
Everyone.
I think we're going to move on.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of wine. And so we are going to have Joaquin tell us all about Clos Zapata residence. There we go.
Thank you very much. Well, my name is Joaquin Larraín. Thank you for the opportunity to present our wonderful property called Clos Zapata Residence. We're going to start with a little bit of history. The founders. This winery was founded by the Marnier L'Apostol family. They're known by the Grand Marnier Cognac. This is a 7 generations winemakers and spirit makers, and they have a dream to make a world class wine outside France, and they came to Chile. And well, in a short period of time, they managed to win very many awards on the wine Clos Zapata. They were number one wine of the world by Wine Spectator, and we got the perfect score of 100 points 3 times in 4 years. And now the property is managed by her son, the 7th generations of in the business. We are located in the Central Valley in Chile, specifically in Apalta Valley, that is located in Colchagua Valley, the most important wine country in Chile. It's only 2 hours from the airport driving and 2.5 from downtown Santiago. The hotel is located in the Coastal Range Mountain, submerged in the native forest, right over our winery. You can see here, this is the main building, and over here is the winery. It's in a 560 hectares farm where you will find a mix of full nature and organic winery. The hotel has only 4 casitas located in the middle of the forest, very apart from each other. We only attend a maximum of 8 guests. So this is a very private hotel that is make it perfect for the current situation of COVID-19. Each casita has 90 meters square plus a terrace with an amazing view of the valley. The bathroom also is very important for us. It has an amazing view of the valley. And as you can see, we don't need curtains or anything like that because the place is so private, nobody is gonna see. The amenities that we have in the bedrooms are Egyptian and Peruvian cotton bed sheets. We have a fireplace, L'Occitans amenity in the bathroom. The frigo bar is included, bottle of wines, pastries, fresh fruit every day, and many other things. There's no TV over here, you know, the view is your TV. This is our main building where we have the dining area, living room, pool, and terrace. All the decoration is still the same when the family was living here. Before it was an hotel, this was the home of the family when they were living in Chile, were running the winery. It has a living room with 2 fireplaces, and you can see the family pictures. And the experience that the guests have here is to be a guest of the Marnier L'Apostol family. Over here is the dining room, but during spring, summer, and fall, the dining, the lunch and dinner are outside. And of course, because we're at Relais Chateaux, food is very important for us. So we work with a set menu every day, but it's, we talk to every guest and we create a tailor-made experience for each guest. So most of the time, we only have 4 tables. So each of the 4 tables has a different menu. And sometimes even in the table, they have 2 different menus. And of course, all the meals are paired by our sommelier with our wines from L'Apostol Winery and Closa Palta. The sommeliers also talk to our guests to design a specific pairing for them, depending on what they like, or what we recommend for them. We also have an organic garden that provides from us for seasonal ingredients. We also forage in the native forest, and we work with local providers to get all the ingredients that we don't produce. We like to produce our own stuff, our own ingredients. We do cheese. We do our own charcuterie. We produce honey. We produce olive oil. We do our jams and many other things. And well, besides resting, eating, and wine drinking, we have many other activities that includes self-guide tour biking in the winery. Also, we do have trekking trails where the guests can do a self-guide trekking. We also have horseback riding in the vineyards. We do picnics, cooking classes, massage, tour to other wineries, and of course, tastings. And this is a very important feature for us. This is our winery. This is an iconic building in Chile and one of the most interesting wineries on the world. This is a 6-story building that goes into the ground to fulfill the purpose of a gravity winemaking process. Our guests have the unique opportunity to visit the private family cellar. Only the family and our guests have access to it. And it's 25 meters down into the ground, and it holds more than 6,000 bottles of wine. And sometimes we get to pick one of the bottles and take it out into the restaurant and drink it. This hotel is a very relaxing place, and it works very well for starting your vacations in Chile or ending it. A lot of our guests come from Ahuasi Patagonia, Ahuasi Atacama, or Vira Vira, and they do many activities over there, outdoors activities, and this is a perfect place to rest, have a little vacation from your vacations. We have 3 types of rates: full board, half board, and also we do have a bed and breakfast rate. And this is all. Any questions?
And that answers one of the questions. They were asking if it was all inclusive. So they have full board or half board rates. So it all includes, both includes the private tour and the tasting of the winery.
Exactly.
One is breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and the other one is breakfast and dinner minus the lunch.
Exactly.
and some obviously visits to other wineries. It's a beautiful part of Chile, and it's the most important wine valley. So
exactly, we're located in the most exclusive part of the Colchagua Valley. There's other very good wineries next to us, and we show them all.
And there was another question, I already answered it, but just in case no one else saw it, they said that the hotel used to have a different name. Yeah, the hotel used to be known as La Postel Residence.
La Postel family.
Is yeah, so it's a family, and so they named it to the actual, changed it to the name of the winery. This is their La Postel's Closa Palta.
Exactly, the winery that I show you, they only produce the Cloa Palta wine. It's only one wine that we produce over there, and the La Postel wines are produced in another winery.
They want to, do you offer picnic lunches?
Yes, we do offer picnic. It's a very well setting, and it has everything they guests want. We offer them like a menu of the picnic, and they can have anything they want.
Okay. Oh, the question on the rates, it's the 1,600 per person double or total? It's total for 2 people.
It's total per night.
Yeah.
We recommend at least a 2-night stay.
Yeah. Great. Thank you, Joaquin.
Okay, I'm gonna unshare. Hold on.
Okay. And now we're gonna head up further north to the Atacama Desert. And so Wendy's coming back on, but I do want to point out that I'm currently, even though I'm sitting in Manhattan, what you're seeing behind me is the Atacama Desert in Chile. So this is the only.
Thank you. Thank you for the setting. Okay, so you're back with me again, sharing. Okay, so the good thing is that now that I've already told you a little bit about the Awasi concept, we have a little time to go through other details. Sorry, silly me. Technology. Well, so the Atacama Desert, so you fly north, and then you have 1 hour drive into the little town of Atacama, where the hotel is located. The Atacama Desert is well known for being the driest desert in the world, and this makes for very lunar and sort of outer space, other planetary sceneries, and also the clearest skies in the evening. So this is sort of the 2 points, highlights of why it's a very well-known place to come to, and astronomers come from all over the world. The reason why the skies are so clear is as it's so dry, it makes for a clear atmosphere. Well, that's one of the things. So as you remembered, perhaps from the first talk, is that we want our guests to experience the location from the moment they arrive to a hotel. So the lodge in Atacama is very different to the one in Patagonia. We're close to the town, and all the construction is made with local elements. The idea is for it not to be sort of perfect and clear cut, but actually to sort of feel like it would be how local people used to live in their ancient towns. So the whole location is done in a circle format. We've got circular rooms, which is how one of the original towns was built there, and all of stone and hay and mud. This is our reception, and you can see there is all sort of local trees and all open spaces. We want you to connect with nature. We want you to enjoy the evening skies. So we have a pool, and then we've got a whole lot of little fires for you to be able to sit down with a little blanket and enjoy the night skies. Even also within our activities in Atacama that we'll see later, we do have an astronomical outing that you do after dinner, which is one of the highlights, to be able to go out and see the stars with the proper equipment and an expert guide. Here you can see in this photo, there's one of our round rooms. Here in Atacama, we have 12 rooms. So again, we're a very small property. Each room has their guide and their 4x4. We have, so all the textures, sort of everything is very local. One of the good things of constructing as they used to construct originally is that we are more sustainable with our use of energy. All our rooms have air conditioning as it gets really hot and also gets cold at night. So we've got big difference in heat between day and night, but the sort of just the architecture helps a lot to be able to use less less electricity. So again, we have very big bathrooms, bathtub, a shower and everything, and a little connection with the outdoors. Each little circle or round room has a little patio. So if you don't want to sort of be in the living rooms with other guests, you have your own patio with your own shower to be able to give a little soaking. So this is the layout of the property. For those who used to know about Oasi Atacama, the one thing we have, the newest addition, is that we used to have part of the property on the other side of this street. So we are on the calle Tocopilla. We left the original mural, sort of mud mural here, and so this is ancient. And now all the properties on the same side of the road, and all our rooms are circular. Before we used to have 2 rectangular rooms, but it's actually very romantic and cute to stay in these little sort of huts. So everything's on the same place. So we have 10 superior round suites and 2 round rooms. Here is a little drawing of how the rooms are. So the main difference between one and the other is space. The one thing is that you can connect the round rooms to the superior suites. They have a little sort of door that connects here. You can see in this image, the first 2 rooms are the ones that have a little round room next to them. We always suggest, it's very good. Usually our guests combine Patagonia and Atacama. If they do, we always suggest you always stay in superior round rooms, because this round rooms are a little smaller. They're still 45 meters big, so they're big. But when you're staying in Patagonia 80 meters, or when you're staying in Iguazu that you have 100 meters, then going down to 40, it seems like yeah, it's a bit smaller. Food, oh well, again, food is one of the highlights. And well, you can see one of the things that I love is part of getting to teach you about the local culture and history, is that all our plates will always have a little fellow here. So this is one of the Atacameños, so a little sort of, muñequito, would say in Spanish, little toy of the local culture. Food, local flavors. We have a lot of the things that are, so when we can, we have our own in Patagonia, and in Iguazu we have our own little vegetable garden. In Atacama, we work with local people. And one of the important things of eating local food is, in Atacama, the one thing we have to take care about is a height. It's dry and it's very high, and part of the food will help you acclimatize to the height. So there's also things that you go learning when you go out on your excursion with your guide. So there's one of my favorites is Rica Rica, which is something that makes a delicious tea, but it's also really good to a bit of a spice. And the Rica Rica is really good with altitude. So like in Bolivia, you probably always have the coca tea you've probably heard of. In this area, it's a Rica Rica. Again, we have all activities included, and even if you go on a half-day excursion, you'll always have sort of a delicious snack and a little sort of something to eat at the end of your excursion. And if you go on a full day, you'll have a proper setup of a table with a proper meal, a proper wine. One of the things that we actually sort of really are intense about is for you to tell us everything you can on your clients. So that way we're able to tailor if they like wine, what sort of wine they like, if there's sort of any other than sort of health requisites. It's also good to know the extra interest. But as we are a small property and we have a guide that's so at disposal of the guest, this allows us that once the guest has said one thing that he enjoys, sort of fizzy water, or he would rather have only sort of natural juices, we will make sure that whatever he needs will always be at disposal and will be his first option. So he doesn't have to repeat himself. Everybody will already know what he wants. It's a bit of feeling that you're at a really good friend's house and you're really well taken care of. So the chance to tell you a little bit more about activities is there's a whole lot of things to do in Atacama. And our guides are well prepared for every activity. So if you want to bike, if you want to hike, if you want to go just sort of drive around and enjoy swimming in sort of in the salt flats or something, you can do it. Riding in Atacama while in Patagonia are beautiful. We can adapt to any sort of activity level. So we've had people that have want to go up to the high, sort of all the volcanoes, which we always try to we go testing them. The first day we'll do some height and then leave the highest peaks for the latest, because people want to come and climb everything. And then the reality is that the height is one of the biggest things we have that suddenly leaves you out of air. And our team. So Awasi at the moment, different to United States, we can't open, but our team is all there. We're all ready and we're all having trainings. So we have about 3 to 4 trainings a week. And one of the funnest trainings I'm enjoying is that the chefs and the maintaining people and the guides are all giving the rest of the hotels trainings on anything, on their specialities. So that means we're learning how to do profiteroles. We're learning about every sort of local tea and different thing. And that's how we keep on learning and training whilst we are waiting to be able to open our doors. So I think there are a couple of questions. We do not have a spa. We do have in Atacama and in Patagonia the option of massages, but we don't have a spa. What we do is you'll have the massage in your room. The private guide and all the activities are included. So how's the dynamic? First of all, your guide will meet you at the Calama airport, and he'll already have a few things that he knows about the guest, and he'll go seeing those things along the 1 hour drive to the hotel. And when they arrive to the hotel, they'll sit down with the maps and they'll say, well, this is what we suggest for you to do in the next couple of days. In Atacama, the main thing we do is, according to the height and the physical disposition of the guest, we arrange the itinerary. So those are the main things we do, and we can tailor everything at the moment. How many days I suggest? I suggest at least 3 full days. If they say less than that, the only thing they will miss out, because Atacama is easy to connect to, so it's easy to get to. It's a short flight and then it's a short drive, different to Patagonia. But half of the activities are over 4,000 meters high, and you need at least 3 days for your body to acclimatize to that. So there's a whole other suggestions that we do is sort of the first day to take it easy with what you drink and eat, because your heart is bumping so much due to the height. So over 3 nights would be ideal. Exactly. Guests are flying into Calama, or the other thing is we include the transfers up to the Argentine border, and there you can connect to House of Jasmines. And that crossing of the Andes is known as one of the most beautiful Andes crossings in the world. Well, Andes crossing in South America, sorry. Any other? Okay, so flights from Patagonia to Atacama, they connect via Santiago, yes. Let's say like this is crossing, more than crossing, I think, from one end of the United States to the other. David, you probably can correct me on that. It's a long time.
But it is very easy. I mean, Santiago's airport.
Yes.
I mean, all of this can be connecting, kind of spoking out of Santiago.
Exactly. And Calama has a whole lot of flights, so it's really easy to connect. We usually suggest, and one of our programs includes, if you stay in both hotels, we include nights in Santiago, and we suggest 1 night. So that way you'll be able to make the most of the 2 properties and arrive early and leave late, other than sort of arriving late in the evening and losing half a day of the rate.
But of course, what Relais Chateaux would do is not put you in Santiago. We would put you at the Costa Barca.
Yes, which is, yes, sorry. And it is my favorite also. That's the best. Gosh.
Yeah, that's it. Wait, did you answer the question on the altitude?
Altitude. So the altitude goes over 3,000 meters high. So 2,000 and over. And I think.
The crossing to Argentina, it's about 8 hours between total.
Yes,
I don't know what the cost.
The cost, we include the transfer up to the border, and from there you have. I will have to get back to you with a question, but we can arrange that transfer up to House of Jasmines.
Yeah, we can find out. Diana's going to tell us all about that. And our guests flying into Calama. Yes.
Calama, yes.
Exactly. Okay. Are we? I think we're good.
Good.
I think we're good. Thank you, Cecil.
Thank you.
So we are going to do that beautiful, beautiful drive into Argentina. And Diana, I think you need to, you're next.
Yeah. I'm delighted to be here with you. Thank you, David, for organizing this webinar, and thank you, everyone, for the time you are giving me. Now I share, just a minute. Okay. Good afternoon, my name is Diana. I'm the maîtresse de maison of House of Jasmines, located in Salta, Argentina. House of Jasmines belong to the family group of Maison Fenestras. The Fenestras family has hotels in the Courchevel and Meribel ski resorts, in Trancoso, Brazil, and in Argentina, in Cordoba, and House of Jasmines in Salta. Just off the Andes Mountains, a few minutes from Salta, northwest of Argentina, at 1 hour and 40 minutes flight from Buenos Aires, Mendoza, and Iguazu Falls, and 1 hour 20 minutes flight from Cordoba. The hotel is located at 10 minutes by car from Salta Airport and 20 minutes from the Salta city center. Between 2001 and 2007, the owner of House of Jasmines was the famous actor Robert Duvall. In 2007, the estancia was acquired by Raúl and Stephanie Fenestras. They are here in the photo. Salta is the starting point of many excursions. All destinations can be visited during the day. In the picture, you will see some of the most important destinations in the region. For example, the town of Cafayate and Cachi, both, are part of the NOAA wine routes, the Quebrada de las Conchas, road to Cafayate, or the Quebrada de Humahuaca, road to Humahuaca, declared by UNESCO in 2003 Cultural and Natural Heritage of Humanity. The Salt Flakes, with an extension of 200 kilometers. The rooms. Located in two charming houses a few meters from the main house, we have 3 suites and 3 junior suites with a privileged view of the Andes. In the suite, we can add beds and connect them together. This room belongs to the main house and have Argentinian rural chic style. We have 5 standard rooms and 2 superior rooms with private terrace and view of the estancia garden. Following the same style, we have a standard room with terrace, located in the same building as the suite rooms. Sorry. In our restaurant, the generosity and art of hospitality so distinctive of Fenestra's family. Our once again experience in-home dish with local and seasonal products. La Table is the name of our restaurants, allow you to enjoy a cocktail on the terrace or by a roaring fire in the large fireplace. And the typical meal in a peaceful atmosphere with a decor that also combines tradition and elegance. The chef proposed a cuisine exclusively made with traditional dishes and specialty of the north of Argentina. All our meals are made with the products grown in the farm or garden. Our kitchen is characterized by proposing dishes with fresh products. We recommend not to miss the asado and the empanadas salteñas. Experience. We offer a fully equipped relaxation center with a team of professionally totality dedicated to your health. We have a sauna, a Turkish bath, 3 treatment rooms, 1 for couples, 2 relaxation rooms, and the pool with a privileged view to the Andes. If there is something that represents us in Salta, it's gastronomic tradition and culture. That is why our chef is in charge of offering the secret of our empanada recipe in a pleasure culinary class. Another way to enjoy outdoors is taking a bike ride or horse bike riding to the river with a gaucho. Everything is possible here, like sharing a folk dance or doing a yoga class. This is the safety of our guests, and the staff is important to us. To see all the safety regulation, we invite you to our website, housejasmine.com. I don't know if I have a question.
Thank you. Thank you, Diana. Does anyone have any specific questions for our House of Jazz? I think that means no. Okay, everybody, I want to really thank you all. I want to thank all of our hoteliers for being here, and I want to thank all of you who came, all of our great partners that came to view this webinar. I'll be sending you all a follow-up. On it, you'll get all the contact information from the hotels. The agents will get all the contact information, and then of course you know how to reach me. So thank you, everybody, and hope to wait. I have this question. Oh, it was a thank you. Great. Thank you, everybody, and hope to see many of you face to face sometime soon. Okay.
Thank you, David.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.